What is up, guys? It's your boy Michael back with another video, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to be discussing what happened last night between the Ohio State Buckeyes and the TCU Horned Frogs. Yesterday was a long day. Just the excitement, I didn't go to sleep until like 6 o'clock or so in the morning, and ended up waking up like at 8 o'clock for College Game Day to watch that show. Then I was awake basically the rest of the day until the game ended up going to sleep like around 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning. So it was a long day. It was a long day. But let's go ahead and jump into what happened, guys. Leading into this game, I was sticking with my prediction, 45-34. But I just started thinking this game could go either way. Ohio State could just blow us out. TCU could just blow out Ohio State. It could be neck and neck. Ohio State can take over. It can be neck and neck. TCU can take over. Like, the more closer this game got, the more eager I got. Like I even told my brother last night, I have never been this more anxious or eager for a TCU game in quite a while. And I'm not even I wasn't this anxious last year. Not for Iowa State, not for Oklahoma State, not for either of the Oklahoma games. I was not that anxious. I was not. I was ready for this game to start. I wanted to see it. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get into the game. Starting off, I thought it was a really good first drive for the TCU defense. Also, it was also, the first play of the game, it was like a 2-yard loss. In his gains, tackled J.K. Dobbins, and it was a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12. Then, as expected, they took their shot down the field. Great coverage, but even better pass by Dwayne Haskins, man. I got to give it to him. This guy showed out. He showed he's the real deal, and he delivered a great ball. Sure enough, they have it inside the 10, and TCU defense holds them to a field goal. That was a huge plus. That was a huge win. So, hold them to a field goal. They got the lead 3-0. TCU offense comes onto the field. I'm here thinking we're about to put it on them. We are about to put it on them. Sure enough, we did. Quick screen game, up-tempo offense. Run the ball well, get outside, put our blocks on the corners. They can't handle it. Get downfield. Sure enough, that's what we did. Mental errors killed us in this game. Because sure enough, right when we were about to take a 7-3 lead, we get called for a very unnecessary holding call. If Kevontae Turpin would have just put the block on him and just let go, probably wouldn't have been a touchdown, but we would have been down like at the 2 or the 1 yard line. And give it to Shaywell, get it in the end zone. We're up 7-3. Mental error gets us in 2nd and long, and sure enough, we're kicking a field goal that ends up going wide right. Then on the next Ohio State possession, we end up stopping them. They're like at midfield or so, and they end up punting the ball. Deep in our own territory, Sean Robinson dropped back to pass. Anthony McKinney, he had great leverage, but I don't know what the heck happened. His body completely, just turned in a very awkward way, and it allowed Nick Bosa enough to get around the edge and get to Sean Robinson. And really should have been a safety, but for some reason the refs didn't think to look at that, so it was a touchdown. Still should have been points that never should have happened. But still, a mental error. I don't know what that was. He flipped so awkwardly. I don't know what it was. Sure enough, we find ourselves down 10-0. Then I'm starting to think, okay, we need to score right here. Sure enough, we score. Sure enough, on the next TCU possession, Sean Robinson has pressure coming into his face. He just drops a deep ball to Jalen Reagor. Speed on the outside. Ohio State corners can't handle it. They could not handle it in this game. Jalen Reagor got behind, caught it, one-handed catch. Sure enough, we're in business. Get down the field, sure enough, Shewa Olanalua gets into the end zone. Now, it's 10-7. From here on out, it's now a back-and-forth game. It is just a back-and-forth game. TCU defense holding strong. Ohio State defense holding strong. It's a back-and-forth game. Getting into the second quarter, still 10-7. Sure enough, what did I say about speed, guys? A 93-yard touchdown run by Darius Anderson, who was on a limp ankle. A limp ankle. Still had a 93-yard touchdown run. I mean, it was perfect. It was such a great play design call. You had the guards pulling, you had the tackle pushing out, you had just the single high safety. You knew Jalen Austin was going to take care of his block. He hits the hole, outrun the safety, you're golden. Now we have a 14-10 lead. And in this whole game, guys, I'm looking at it, we should be up 21-10 or to 3. 21-3. When I look at this game, I can't sit there and say Ohio State looked better than us. I can't look at that game and say, yep, Ohio State completely dominated this game. Ohio State was the better team in this game. No, they just made the fewer mistakes. They just protected the ball. That's all it was. They made fewer mistakes and they protected the ball. That was it. That was the game changers. Those were game changers. Up until then, this freaking defense in his games is flying all over the field. Garrett Wallow is flying all over the field. Julius Lewis was getting picked on in the first quarter. They ended up putting Noah Daniels, my guy. Those of y'all that consistently watch my videos, what have I said? I'm high on Noah Daniels. I love this kid. I love him. He had like 4 pass breakups. He played all 3 quarters. All 3 quarters. This guy showed out. This defense proved it. I'm tired of this notion that, yes, defense may not get played in the Big 12, but stop overlooking TCU. Stop thinking that this Big 12 involves TCU, because TCU is going to come to play. They have the players. I don't know what this notion is of Big 12 has no defense. Okay, maybe for like 9 other teams, but when it comes to defense, look at TCU. Because if this game did not earn national respect, if this game did not earn defensive respect, I don't know what game you were watching. I don't know what players you were watching. I didn't know what y'all were watching. If this did not earn respect, I don't know what y'all watched. I do not know what y'all watched. All week, I heard TCU doesn't have the players to keep up. They don't have the talent on offense to score on the defense. They don't have the defense to hold Dwayne Haskins. They don't have the defense to hold the double running backs in the backfield. Their defensive line is too small. They don't have the speed. And what happened in this game? They controlled the whole game. What happened? But sure enough, mistakes happen. Penalties, unnecessary penalties happen. I mean, roughing the passer on Dwayne Haskins, Joseph Broadnox, the ball is out of his hand, and you completely club him in the chest. Why? Why do you do that? Why? And then, Sean Robinson, I mean, youthful mistake, I get it, but you can't do it. The defensive line was already in the backfield. Don't shovel the pass to Shewa Olanalua. If anything, you could have got outside. Maybe 1 or 2 yards, but it's better than what happened. Why would you? What kind of... I got to get into the play calling in the third quarter. I don't know what the hell that was. Obviously, Ohio State was starting to pick up on the outside screen passes. Why do you continue to go to it? If you see that the defensive line is starting to take a little bit control on the offensive line, our running game wasn't kind of doing much like it was previous in the game, then attack the middle of the field. Attack the middle of the field, Sonny. I mean, why would you call those plays? This was horrible third quarter play calling. Horrible third quarter play calling, guys. I immediately thought, why would you put your sophomore quarterback in that situation. Why would you do it? Why would you do it? Because now we're up 21-3. Offense ends up getting a score. Then what ends up happening? We end up stopping a great defense again. We stopped the 2-point conversion. And then a shovel pass to the defensive line. Take it to the house. Now we got 26 to 21 now. Okay, all right. Can't get anything. The momentum has shifted. We're down 26 to 21. Now the defense is starting to lose a little bit of confidence. You can tell that Ohio State started having a more gear, they were energized. Now they go down the field and score a touchdown. The first touchdown the defense allowed all game. And then, sure enough, Sean Robinson takes his shot with Trevante Heights. Such a great adjustment in double coverage. Trevante Heights catches it, gets into the end zone. Now we're down 33 to 28. Unfortunately, guys, Ohio State's offense just started having a gear. They started picking it up, and they score again. And that was basically the ball game, guys. Just getting into it. Just a couple of things Ohio State did well in the second half. They started defending the screen game a little bit better. TCU still had success, but they started to pick it up a lot better. Mike Weber and J.K. Domas started getting on a roll. Whoever that 11 receiver dude was, that dude is garbage. That dude can't catch a ball to save his life. But hopefully the Ohio State teammates were doing what they were supposed to do, which being good teammates. I have no doubt that they are. They should have been picking them up. They should have been, hey, get it back next time. I'm pretty sure Brian Hartline, the wide receiver coach, I'm sure he had a talk with him in halftime or even on the sideline. But, oh my gosh, last night, guys, like, sounds corny, but guys, that broke my heart. That broke my heart. Like, already by the end of the first quarter, my voice was gone. My voice was gone. Like, I was so amped. I was so pumped for this game. But in these kinds of games, with these kinds of opponents, you can't make the mental errors that you did. You just can't. I mean, 2 defensive touchdowns, take those touchdowns away, and we win 28 to 26. Take the penalties away, 35 to 26, 42 to 36, 38 to 26. I mean, this is such a huge what-if game. Such a huge what-if game. Just, we lost this one. I mean, I'm sitting here right now, and I was even sitting in my bed last night. Yes, sitting, not laying. And I said we lost this game. Ohio State didn't win it. We lost this game. It was such a heartbreaker, guys. I saw that this team wanted it. This team heard it all. TCU's going to get blown out. TCU can't hang. I heard it. They heard it. I know Gary heard it. This team, I'm so proud of this team. I am so immensely proud of this team. It's hard to say, but we cannot hang our heads, especially as a fan base, cannot hang our heads on this game, because the best thing about it was a non-conference game. We get a fresh slate next week. Well, right now, we get a fresh slate, because now it's Texas. Going on the road, hostile environment. They're coming off a confident win. They're more confident. But if this game last night showed me anything, is that we can hang with anyone and we can beat anyone. Maybe not Alabama, because, guys, we might as well just give them the title. My goodness. This isn't an Alabama channel, so we're not going to talk about that. But, oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. After that touchdown that made it 33-21, I literally just dropped and just had my face in my hands. Like, we dropped that game. I can't stop thinking about that. We dropped that game. And those of you who consistently watch my channel, what have I said before? What have I said? This is a very young team. Like, we have like 47 combined true freshmen, redshirt freshmen. Combined. 47. On defense, we are young on 2 deep. I mean, taking away from this game, Sean Robinson is a stud. He is a stud. He showed me something. He proved me something. Jalen Austin, I wish could have gotten going. But again, Tay Barber, a good game for a freshman. Kavontae Turpin, we should have found different ways to get him the ball. He had a drop, a crucial drop that is, man. Jalen Reagor came to play. Dylan Thomas, we just ended up finding different receivers, which is what we should have done. Oh, sorry, guys. And sure enough, I'm so proud of the offensive line, man. I am so proud of the offensive line. Because I heard we were going to allow like 14 sacks. We allowed like, I believe, 3 sacks. 3 sacks against what? The best? No, that belongs to Clemson. The second best defensive line in the country. We held them. And I'm going to credit the Ohio State defensive line. In the 4th quarter, they attacked it. They knew Nick Bosa, the leader, was down. They were gone. Chase Young stepped up. This defensive line stepped up. Kudos to them. They did such a great job. They turned on that extra gear, that championship gear. They turned it on, and I'm not going to lie, in the 4th quarter, they started getting the best of the TCU offensive line. And that's just something that we just couldn't allow. We just lost momentum. We lost that gear. And, oh my gosh. Oh, that was such a huge game. But, I got to let this go. The team got to let it go if they haven't already. And we got to get ready for Big 12 football. Because if this showed me anything, like, sorry to you West Virginia fans, sorry to you Oklahoma fans, but damn, TCU showed me that they're potentially the best team in the Big 12. They just showed me something different. And I'm probably going to throw y'all a curveball here, but this team surprised me last night. This team, until the 4th quarter, this defense did not allow an offensive touchdown against the high and mighty Ohio State offense. They did not allow an offensive touchdown until, well, the championship quarter, which is what can do it. But like I said before, this season is going to have some highs and they're going to have some devastating lows because of our youth. And that proved to be the case last night. Oh, man. TCU earned so much respect last night. Again, guys, when I watched that game, TCU was the better team. This defensive line, obviously the loss of Ross Blacklock was still obvious. But my goodness, this defense showed me something. They showed me something. And thumbs up to the officiating crew, because they had the guts to overturn the targeting call on Garrett Wallow. When they called targeting, I was like, targeting for what? Showed the replay. I was like, how is that targeting? Garrett Wallow already launched into his tackle. He didn't lead with the shoulder nor the helmet. So how is this targeting? Sure enough, they overturned it. Good job. And my goodness. Oh, this defense. I'm ready for Big 12 play because, man, I'm ready for this Texas game. I'm ready for it. We got Texas. After that, we got Iowa State. After that, I believe it's a bye week. Then we got Texas Tech and I believe Oklahoma. So we got to get over this game. We got to learn from it. And we got to attack Big 12 play. Because right now, I'm expecting us to get to the Big 12 championship, if not win it. After last night, we got championships on our mind. So, Ohio State, great game. Y'all won the turnover battle. Y'all made fewer mistakes. Y'all played championship football. Because in championship games, that's what wins it. Turnovers, mistakes, penalties. Good job to y'all. Y'all got a stud at quarterback. Y'all have a stud. He proved me something. He proved the world something. Y'all got a stud. TCU, let's get back into it, guys. Let's go back and let's go on the road and let's win a big game. Those of y'all who travel to the game, travel home safe. Good luck to y'all the rest of the way. And TCU, let's turn our focus to Texas. Let's get to the Big 12 championship game. Let's run roughshod over the Big 12. Go Frogs.